Welcome back to United Games Authority. I'm Shader, and today we are in Soulmask. We're going to be doing this as semi-multiplayer. I will have Phantom joining me shortly. Not exactly sure when. But I wanted to wait to do any Soulmask things until some updates came rolling around and we figured out how the devs were going to be doing things. And Soulmask is a very interesting game. It's very well, it's built on the same engine that it seems like the same exact engine as Conan. So it's got all the bonuses that we wanted with Conan without all the crap. Well, sort of. There's a couple of funky things that are similar in this engine, so we'll get to that later. But right now, we're going to go ahead and fire up the solo friends. I've already gone through and set all of my settings. If you want to follow along, you can go ahead and go through these settings and set them up the same way we are. I'm going to go ahead and go on easy. I have tried it on normal, and it's pretty difficult, but this is more of a guided playthrough, so we're going to go a little bit slightly more casual, but not quite casual, because casual is just massive easy mode. So I went ahead and set the quantity to 8 because I don't know how many people are going to be joining me over time. UGA YouTube series, that's the game name I'm using, and I'm not going to tell you my password. But under the settings, I did make some changes, so I'm just going to kind of scroll down and show you what they are. The taming speed is mainly because of the series. If you want that to be more default, you can, but when I'm recording and stuff, I tend to make things go a little bit quicker so that there's not a lot of blank time, I guess you could say. We got crafting speed for the same reason, and there's a couple of other things through here that are not default. Everything in red is not default, so we're just going to kind of scroll down. I don't remember changing that, but we're going to go ahead and leave everything as it is. And of course, now I have a cat yowling in the background, of course. Animal growth speed, same thing. We want them to grow faster. I'm just going to kind of scroll down and show you what I've changed on these. The reason I changed these two to 2 is because there's going to be 2 players, and so I'm just kind of multiplying everything by 2. Let's see here. The remodel time, it's very slow, like super slow. That's why I cranked this one all the way up to 10. Then the recruitment limit, there are so many things to manage. If you guys want to manage with less, that's on you. And then the level 1, 2, and 3, that's a specific perk that we will go over in the future. But the total amount of number of people that you can have is going to be 103, I think, because the base number you can actually recruit is 3 per person. So mood, all that's the same. The kill share, this is normally at like 0.4 or 0.6 or something like that, and with going forward, I think it's just easier if, as we're all in the same location, everybody should be getting the same XP for it. That should be it on the list of things. No. This one I'm gonna try, because if this does what I think it does, when you have somebody sitting at your base that's not online, they just sit there and do nothing. But I want to see if setting this to 0, if as soon as they go offline, will they get up and I can have them do stuff, like have work for them to do. I want to see what that does. So And info entry limit, this we will get into later. I'm cranking it up for the sole purpose of showing how things work, and just to see if this is actually what I think it is, and we'll go over that later. Bonfire limits, I bumped them up a little bit, 10 per person or 20 for the tribe. You're not going to need that many because of the way the map's laid out. Same thing with the portals. Number of personal marks and shared marks, those are the marks on the map. I really don't think there should ever be a limit to that, but I can see why they would limit it for some machines that can't handle that many marks on a map. And then the animal summoning distance, I just put that from a 1 to a 2, just to double the distance we could call our animals, because there are mounts in the game too. And then on the right side, I went ahead and checked the other players' crafting tables and chests, because most people that connect to me, they're going to be in my tribe anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then also the buildings can't be relocated or repaired for a short time after taking damage. I just took that off because sometimes the last time I played it, it glitched out to where I couldn't even relocate things that have been sitting there damaged for a long time. So we'll see what happens. And then we've got one thing you want to make sure that you have on is the perfect remodel. So that one's good. All right, so that is all the settings, and we're going to go ahead and fire this up. And this is where we create a character. Now I just got to the creating my mask stage, so the world may not even exist at the moment.
Probably doesn't.
So there's 3 masks you can start with in the beginning. The civilization is all about health and survival. The conquest is gaining health from attacking really fast and sneaking while you're attacking. There is a stealth mechanic in the game. It's pretty tough, but you can do it. Which I might go that route. That'd be fun. But then there's also the rich one, which is all about the sniping with bows and stuff. So that one's actually really cool as well. When I first started playing the game, that's the one I went with. I think I'm actually going to go with Conquest. I want to try doing the sneaky stuff again. I find it fun. Okay, on the beach. Wow, way on the beach, like right next to the water on the beach. Okay. Haven't ever started here. So we've got a section of the map like exposed, and the goal here in the beginning is to get to these mysterious ruins. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, if I remember what button to push, go to the clan. I'm actually going to, no, tribe. I want to create, and I'm just going to type in UGA because space is confirmed and I want to actually put a space in there, so I just hit confirm and then I rename it here. Gods of Wrath, that is our tribe name. And then when Phantom gets in, he will apply to here, and then I have to accept his thing. And then there's all kinds of other buttons here. It's not very intuitive on a lot of this, but we're gonna, it's gonna be a playthrough, but it's gonna be kind of like a guided thing. We got all kinds of things that are available to do. When you push Y, that's your mask perk tree. Then you've got your T is your technology tree. And then if you just hit tab, that's your inventory. And then up at the top, you can also hit O for your character, E for work, but your initial tribesman doesn't have any work to do. So, and it looks like I already leveled up once. Since I'm going to go sneaky, I'm thinking I'm going to focus in on agility and perception. Now, each one of these stats does something different. Perception, the big one about it is the bow damage and production output. The agility is production efficiency and damage for a lot of other weapons. Endurance is your stamina and stamina cost on things. Physique is your max HP. Cold resist, flame resist, recovery speed, and it helps eliminate residual poisons and radiation in the body quicker. Strength is your carry weight, your poison resist, your collecting efficiency, and your damage with two-handed weapons, which is the greatsword and the hammer. Also, and helps you with your thrown distance. I will probably be doing some thrown, so I will have to put some points into strength. I'm not going to worry about that stat point right now. We start out with survivor talent, which means our max load is increased by 20%, which is pretty nice. Then you have proficiencies on all the crafting stuff and all the combat stuff. Crafting goes up to 60 on the initial character. Combat goes up to 90 on the initial character. So there's that. Then you have mastery, which is special attack moves, which we'll get into later. And then you have weapon info on what all the different weapons do and their different attacks. So you've got your execute, your backstab, and your light strike while holding a shield. So there's that. Then in the upper left-hand corner, you have a guidance thing that is basically the tutorial, and that's kind of the thing you want to go through right off the bat. Were you able to connect, Phantom?
Yeah.
Did you want to go ahead and send that invite to the request to the clan?
I will as soon as I enter my name and officially join the world. Sent.
There's a bunch of different information about the game that you can go through and read. It is really useful information. I have spent a long time looking through it, so if you all want to do that, you can. And I'm hoping that that I'm actually able to talk over the top of the game sounds, because they're kind of noisy. Especially since we decided they wanted to give us a storm right off the bat.
Yes, it did.
So I'm going to drop that down to 80 just so that I can talk. And when you hit M, when you have people in your clan, you'll see him on the map. And look, he's actually like right behind me. That's a new one. Interesting.
Yeah. I was surprised how close it dropped us.
Okay, so now we have more instructions on the left. We have some points, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the campfire. What else does it want me to grab? Oh, it just wants me to actually craft the campfire now. Okay. And place it, which it's not going to do any good because it's going to get rained on. Stone tools. And wants me to use the stone pickaxe. Alright, let's see if we can find a stone to actually hit with this, because there's not much in the way around here. Okay, stone axe.
Get my 0 point items out of the way.
Now that it wants us to put some points in here, I've got 6 points. Let's go ahead and put 1 into perception to keep it even with agility, and then since I will be doing throwing weapons, I'm going to go ahead and put some into strength, get that to 7, and then bump endurance up. Then I'll put 1 more into perception and agility. There we go. And space is confirmation. E is your main thing to gather stuff. So, all right, now we need to make weapons. But in the campfire area, there's a bunch of 0-based stuff, like all this basic building stuff in the beginning. It's all 0. And if you go ahead and do it, then the game will actually see that you've done it and not tell you to learn it again, which is nice. These are all 1 point. The fire making, that's 0. Gives us a torch. All these primitive weapons are all 0 point stuff, so we're just going to go ahead and grab all that. And then now everything moving forward is going to be 1 point on things. And it wants us to make a wooden spear. And there's these tabs on the crafting menu where you can decide what you want to see on the list. So let's go ahead and make that wooden spear. And then equip it. And then the special attack is F, which I really like the throwing aspect of the spear. And then we want to look at the map. And when you're on the map, if you just hit, V, it's V. The V is your own personal marker, only you can see it, and it's a quick marker you can do anywhere. You can click on that marker and then push X to delete it. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and hit R, down at the bottom it says it, on this mysterious ruin. And I'm actually going to just put a little target on there, aim it here, like I do, and then confirm. And that's where the mysterious ruin is. And then when you look at the HUD, it shows it right there. And if I go back in the map and select that same mark, I can actually push S to share, and now Phantom can look around and see the mark on his HUD. And he can see it on his map. And Q, it does this little wave of information, or wave of energy away from you. It uses mask energy, but it will show up creatures. And what I want to do is, I think I'm going to go kill one of these crabs, or at least attempt to. Yeah, I should be able to. Okay, I don't know if it's the same with everybody, but middle mouse button is the target, is targeting. So that's what I use. And then I have a butcher's knife, and oh, you can also push E on it to see information about it. You can save the data, but then you would just want to chop it up.
That worked well. We should do some more.
Yeah, we need to get. Are you at that point where it wants you to hunt something and chop it up?
I don't know. I've been ignoring that. Oh, it wants me to make a campfire and set it down and light it, do all that.
If you want to hide it, you can. If you want to
campfire,
if you want to ignore all that, you can just hit F9 and just close the guidance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up here next to this rock in the direction of the marker that I placed, and I'm gonna put my campfire next to it and cook up this meat that it wants me to do. Alright, so now I grab the campfire. I can click use from my inventory and drop it, or you can put it on your bar. And then cooked meat. I'm just going to say craft all of it. Throw in a little bit of wood. Hopefully it doesn't go out. Looks like the rain's actually starting to stop, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then if I go in here, I can grab some of the meat.
I mean, granted, it is a rainforest, so, you know.
Sure. I don't think I will. There, that should work. And now eat the meat. If you want some meat, there's some in here for you if you want.
All right.
Now it wants me to make thick rope. And I'm just going to say make all of it for now. Because I know what it's going to want me to do. Ooh, I got nimble movement.
Oh, you made a stone scythe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now it wants me to make all the linen gear, which is fine. And then I'm gonna, after that thick rope, going to need to unlock the linen gear. So let's go ahead and go into my tech tree and go ahead and unlock all that.